Welcome to Liquid Alchemy, a podcast dedicated to giving you spiritual tools to amplify your cosmic energy so that your highest self can weave into your life with ease, like liquid alchemy. Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Liquid Alchemy Podcast. This is Diya SenGupta, your host and founder of lovethealchemist.com. You can find me on Instagram at lovethealchemist, on YouTube, and on lovethealchemist.com, where you can find everything from cool merch that supports your spiritual practice to over 6 years of articles on health, well-being, and culture. So I took a brief hiatus from recording podcasts this past month because I was really focusing on up-leveling what I am offering you through this podcast, through Instagram, and creating valuable content that actually helps you reveal your inner beauty and feel vibrant and feel happy and feel powerful and feel authentic. And I have been doing this through a Tony Robbins program, and it has probably been one of the hardest months of my life. It has been so intense in so many different ways because when you stop hiding from yourself and you stop pretending like you don't know what your goals are or what your vision is for your life, it really, really, really has a way of just shattering any limitations that we put on ourselves. And the thing with wellness, or the thing with embracing who we are at our core and feeling vibrant, feeling happy, feeling healthy, is that oftentimes the reason why we don't feel our best is because of limitations that we put on ourselves, or beliefs, or an unwillingness to succeed. A lot of us have a fear of joy. And I thought that I had been working on this for a very long time. But the thing is, it never goes away, and it's never going to, because life is just an ongoing journey, and we are constantly growing and expanding, and it's a process. And that's why it's never about having one goal as something that we are achieving. It's about having multiple things happening in multiple areas of our lives so that we can really enjoy the process of learning, of becoming, of sharing. And I wanted to make sure that when I came back to this and started recording podcasts for you again and making more videos, that it was coming from a really authentic place of creating value. Because throughout this Tony Robbins program, there's an undercurrent where you are being asked to identify how you're providing value to other people. And right now I'm doing these one-on-one coaching sessions, and what came out of it was that when I'm feeling blocked or frustrated, it's because I'm not focusing on being of service or creating value. And I'm sharing this with you because I'm sure that you too in your life experience frustrations. And this was a game changer for me, specifically in the last week, of just saying, how can I be of value? How can I make this person's life better who I'm speaking with? Or how can I turn a bad situation around so that everyone comes out on top? And it's kind of crazy to notice how often we don't do this, because you might think that that's your mission and that's your purpose, to bring value to other people. But when you really examine your own behavior and you track it, you see all the areas that maybe you have a missing puzzle piece. And it's good to acknowledge it, because if you don't acknowledge it, you can't work on it. And a lot of us resort to escapism. We are not facing our realities for what they are. And there is nothing wrong with living in fantasy, but there is something wrong with not connecting in with reality. And so right now I'm recording this during Mercury retrograde, and I put up a video about Mercury retrograde, and this one specifically, on my Instagram at Love the Alchemist. And essentially, this Mercury retrograde is one where there is a lot of Neptune flying around. And Neptune is the planet of creativity, of oneness. So we're all connected in a greater sense. And it's also the planet of fantasy, of illusion and delusion, and of media, alcohol, drugs, like think kind of rock and roll vibe. It's kind of like that, but then filled with a lot of emotion. And essentially, this retrograde is asking us to find balance in exploring our unexplored elements and getting creative with them. So, not to shy away from fantasy, but to really embrace it and kind of pick up on ways that we can bring it into our everyday lives. And I have been doing this by watching a lot of Vice videos. And something that I love to do that really brings me life is to pretend that I am a secret agent spy. And when I am walking around or moving through the world, working on a project, and I take on that role of being this spy and really seeing the unseen, which is what I think spying is, like being a secret agent, then I deliver better work and I have more fun with it, and I feel creative, and I feel liberated from any confinements. Because when you are working on something and you have a defined role, it means you can get into character more easily. You can identify what that person would do, how they would act, how they would feel, what the underlying motives are. And then you come up with new breakthroughs that you didn't even realize were connected. And a way that I've been diving into this role is I did the master class with Chris Foss, is what I think his name is, but I could be wrong. And he used to work for the CIA, and he teaches negotiation on Masterclass. I have the app, but I think it's a website. And in that class, you learn about communication styles, how to present information, how to get people to listen to you when they're not willing to. And it was really, really, really powerful. And I keep doing these various masterclass courses. And just by doing that, not even intensely, I'm not treating it intensely. It's just kind of for fun to have on in the background while I'm getting ready in the morning. It has been amazing at opening up my mindset into the different ways that people operate. I think that oftentimes we think too small, and we need to collectively encourage each other to think big, because as I mentioned earlier, the only limitations we truly have are the ones that we place upon ourselves. And yes, don't get me wrong, we have physical limitations. We are human beings in bodies. We get tired, but there are ways that you can power through those blocks and expand bit by bit. And real transformation happens bit by bit. And then over time, it's massive, but it doesn't happen overnight and go from 0 to 100. You have to take one step after the other, after the other. And even when you're tired, if you can bring in meditation tools, if you can do physical exercise to strengthen your muscles and strengthen your body, then that does so much for your mind and for your relationships, for your career, for your overall health. life isn't necessarily about always feeling good to the point where we're delusional. Sometimes we have to identify and be honest about where we need to grow and what we would like to achieve so that we can adjust everything that we're doing so that it supports us. And I like to break things down into 4 categories: health, wealth, love, and happiness. So, happiness would be like hobbies. It really could be anything: spas, face masks, whatever. And when I take a look at these 4 categories, I can say that, you know what, my health is not so great because I need to adjust how often I'm exercising. And my wealth, maybe I am spending too much on takeout and I need to cook some fresh food and clean up what I'm doing in that regard. So all of these things are tied together. So it's like if your health is out of balance, maybe it's affecting your wealth, maybe it's affecting your love. And you can't just say that one area of your life is solo and separate, because that is not how anything works. And that is what this whole retrograde season is about. It's that we are all connected, and Neptune is all about oneness. So it's like if someone is triggering something in you, it's because it lives within you too, and you can't ignore things anymore. You can't push it under the rug, and you don't want to, because the more you push things under the rug, the bigger the problem becomes. It's almost like credit card debt. The more you pretend it doesn't exist, it just grows and grows and grows and grows. And you don't want problems like that. They're not good problems. They're really meaningless and cause physical and emotional stress. And that's just one example of something that could cause stress like that. But it's even relationships too. If you ignore treating someone well and you continuously ignore, and you don't treat them nicely, then ultimately it's going to explode in your face. And it happens all around. So I want you to identify right now, and you can say it out loud or you can say it in your head. You can write it down. What is one area where you want to create something? What is just one thing you want to create during your lifetime? It can be big, it can be small. And as you think about that, we're going to go through 2 different steps before we head into the meditation portion. And this is your tarotscope for the week. So we're going to go over 2 things you should be aware of in regards to this thing you want to create, and this week and this month and whenever you're listening to this, because it's timeless. And then 2 action steps that you can take that will help you be focused, grounded, and be able to create from a place of prosperity rather than a place of lack. Because a lot of times people create from a place of lack. And you see this all the time with business owners who are operating or even bosses who are operating from a place that are like, we have to do this, we have to do this, we have to do this and this and this and this and the competition and blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, calm down. You're not even making sense. And that's coming from a place of lack. You can create from a place of lack. People do it all the time. And that is not what we are doing. And that is not what we are connecting into today. We are creating our foundation and growing and prospering so that we have sustainable success, not success that is hot one second and crashes and burns the next, because that's not always enjoyable. Okay, so on to the tarotscopes. So essentially, in this upcoming week, you need to identify what brings you joy and happiness and what you think brings you joy and happiness, but really throws your whole body out of alignment. So a lot of times people will do things from a place of dogma, and it will be a dogmatic spiritual practice or a dogmatic eating habit or a dogmatic way of thinking. Maybe they listen to the same thing every day to put them in a good state, but it just isn't making them feel good. So this week, I want you to identify the things that you do to make yourself feel good that maybe are not doing it for you anymore. So examples of this could be eating a vegan diet when your health is out of whack and maybe that's not the best diet for you, or doing the same workout class over and over and over again and not actually having fun with it. And really just feeling drained. Maybe it's time to go check out a different type of workout class, or maybe it's doing the same morning routine. Maybe right now is a good time to add music into your morning routine and really just connect in with your voice and the lightness. Anything that's making you feel light and positive and airy, that is good for you. Anything that feels heavy, you need to readdress. So for me, this is my example, and maybe it will spark something in you. I need to stop carrying around my laptop, my bag. I have a bag that I take with me to work because I'm running around from meeting to meeting, and I'm with my puppy, and my bag really hurts my back and I'm over it. So I'm going to find a new way this week to access what I need without weighing myself down. So that's number one. And number two of what you need to know this week is that you have so much help around you. And right now you are focusing on basically the assholes of the world, and you're failing to recognize that there are beautiful people in every direction you turn. And the more you focus on those people, the more your whole mindset will change, the more optimistic you'll feel, the more inspired, and the more in flow. So anytime you are focusing on things that are upsetting you, look at it as an invitation to say, what's the silver lining? What can I be grateful for here? And then stay in that space of gratitude. It's okay to slip up. You don't have to do it perfectly. No one does it perfectly. So just look at it as a daily practice and take life 1 minute by 1 minute by 1 minute. Don't try to map things out too much. In terms of what you have to do, because you're going to overwhelm yourself. And I find that oftentimes when you place too much pressure on yourself, you actually have the reverse and opposite effect where you're not actually as productive as you could be, or happy or successful, because you're too focused on what you still need to do rather than celebrating all that you've done. So make those two little shifts this week, and you will find a massive change in your energy. And you can do this at any time. It's not limited just to this week, but it's just whenever you're listening to this, it's your energy being reminded that there is so much more. You have so much more than you even realize. And there is so much opportunity around all of us at any given time. So 2 action steps that you can take in addition so that you can achieve your goals, or the one goal that you have in mind that you were thinking about, is to go outside and to walk around. A lot of people do this when they have pets. So like when I was babysitting a puppy for a year, I went outside all the time. And when I stopped watching her, I stopped babysitting her, I stopped going for these 20-minute walks every few hours. And the change in my mental state was profound. I was less happy. I was less giggly. I was less optimistic. And that's because I wasn't moving my body as much. So find a way to move your body multiple times a day, whether it is setting a timer on your phone, reminding yourself to take yourself for a walk, or it's mapping out actual dates with friends of like, let's go work out. But find a way to keep yourself accountable for exercising. And for women who are listening, I know it can be hard when you are on your period and you are having PMS symptoms, you're fatigued, and it's like the week before your period and you're not realizing it and you just feel like everything is so hard, maybe it's time to look at your lunar cycle, your menstrual cycle, and say, okay, I'm going to do this high intensity exercise the first 3 weeks, and then the week before my period and during my period, I am going to still exercise, but do light walking, light jogging, yin yoga rather than power yoga, and work with your body and your natural cycles. So have a backup plan for yourself when you do have those moments of being extremely tired, because you don't want to run yourself ragged. You want to give yourself what you need and know that there are so many options out there for you when it comes to taking care of your body and moving and stretching. So always keep that in mind. There are lots of options. You can even, pick up a women's health magazine, to be honest, and you will find that you'll learn about all these different exercises that you didn't even know existed. So number 2, in terms of what you can do to take action, is to just play and have fun. So a lot of times when you are not inspired, it can be really confusing about how to actually play and have fun. And a great place to start is with your outfit. And I talk about this a lot, but it's really important that we are constantly inspiring ourselves and not looking for other people to inspire us, because that creates codependency. It makes us believe that inspiration is outside of ourselves, and that is just not the case. So, a great way to reconnect with your own inspiration is to do things like journaling. Just write about anything. Literally write down the 10 things you're most grateful for in the world, and then you'll find that you want to keep writing. And then also, another way I do this, like I just mentioned, is working with your own outfit. So if you know that you want to play around and have fun, start wearing more bright colors. Start wearing outfits that make you feel glorious and special. So if you're a woman, and most of the people that listen to this podcast are women, play around with makeup, with lipstick colors, with nail colors. Just have fun and just open up that you don't necessarily need to be serious all the time. And I think a lot of us, we go to work, we come home, we have all these responsibilities, and it's the little details that transform our whole lives. It's little things like having a candle that is basically like an aromatic candle lit in your home. That smell relaxes you. Playing some chants in your home, that relaxes you. You don't have to blast music to enjoy music. You can have it on a low, low, low tone, and the little details will change your mindset. It changes how you feel. And if you don't believe me, then grab a candle right now, light it, and sit in the same room doing the same thing that you're doing for 20 minutes and see how much your energy changes. It really does make a difference. Comfort and um, environments are essential if we want to follow through and really be our best selves. Being your best self doesn't just happen because we live in a world where our attention is being sucked into our phones, our attention is being pulled into the 40,000 things we have to get done immediately. And it's a lot of pressure, and we have to choose to slow down and choose to fill ourselves up, drink some water, and put out an energy that not only serves ourselves, but also the people around us. And also, to be able to do that, you have to say no to the nonsense. And that can be really difficult. I struggle with that a lot. And that's why meditation is so important. And that is why I'm putting this out, so that you can have a meditation that you do once or every week or however often you want, that will really open your mind and change your mental and emotional state. So today's elixir is actually something very different. It is a bath filled with magnesium chloride, neem, and also some orange essential oil and eucalyptus leaves. So this combination, you have to put it in a hot bath that is about 101 to 105 degrees Fahrenheit so that the magnesium chloride can seep into your skin and get into your bloodstream. The neem is there to detoxify and also tone your skin, so hydrate your skin, but pull out the impurities and the heavy toxins that are lodged within you. The orange essential oil is there to uplift your mood. And the eucalyptus is there to relax you and to bring you into a state of ease and calm down your mind. Eucalyptus is something that I believe the ancient Greeks used to open up their minds. That and peppermint, and they would wear wreaths of peppermint around their heads so that they would have more clarity and so that they would think positively. And I find eucalyptus delivers the same benefit to me. And so I found these eucalyptus leaves. You actually really can find them in like any Whole Foods or grocery store. I get them from Dual Specialty Store in Williamsburg in New York. And it's fresh, it's organic. And I notice that when I put them into my bath, I am much more relaxed and at ease than when I don't. And so I didn't share with you what magnesium chloride does. So magnesium chloride is found naturally in places like the Dead Sea, and it helps your cells operate smoothly. It essentially gives them power to perform any functions that they need to do so that you can be healthy. And I find that when I soak in a magnesium bath, my anxiety levels drop, my skin it feels softer, and I have dry skin, I have eczema, and I don't find that my flare-ups are bad. It's not the same as Epsom salts. It's not necessarily going to help with like muscle pain, but it will help you relax overall. And your skin is your biggest organ. So you're taking in all this magnesium into your body and really allowing your body to absorb it and use it. Whereas if you are taking magnesium through an oral supplement, your body actually can't absorb magnesium very well through your stomach and intestinal lining. It just doesn't happen. It's not the way that we were designed to have magnesium. So that's why doing something like a bath soak is very good and very calming to the senses. So draw your bath and then pop into it, and we will get started. So, as you look at your bath right now, filled with water, neem, magnesium chloride, a splash of orange essential oil, and eucalyptus, I want you to invite a rainbow of light to fill this bath water. And mentally invite this water to cleanse your energy, your body, your mind, and any part of your life that is causing disruption, disharmony, stress. I want you to invite the rainbow light into these areas. And as you step into this bath and submerge yourself in this bath water, invite the ingredients to soak out any of those toxins and flood your body with rainbow light where those toxins once lived. Inhaling Holding. Exhaling. And as you breathe, inhale through your nose. Allow the breath to glide down the back of your lungs. Pushing out any stagnant air that's stuck at the bottom of your lungs. And envisioning this rainbow energy filling these spaces that are now being flooded with fresh air. Continue breathing. Sending the air to the bottom of your lungs, allowing any stagnation to be released. As you exhale, and tune in to the bottom of your spine, where your sits bones are, and invite in a neon blue light to fill the base of your pelvic floor, moving up through your core, into your spine, into your chest, allowing this blue light to grow and expand out through your legs, and into your feet. Keep breathing. And continuously expanding out into your arms, your right arm and your left arm, out into your hands and your fingertips. Inhaling, now deep belly breaths. And allow this blue light to expand into your throat, into your face, your sinus cavities, into your eyes, and your third eye chakra, and flood out through the top of your head into your aura. And as you sit here, inhaling this blue light and exhaling, become aware of your energetic body. You don't have to know what this means. Your body will automatically detect, but find where your body has any energy leaks, any place where there is a rip or a tear or a strain on your energy. Invite your third eye to be part of this process. Invite your spirit guides and your ancestors. And invite in your spirit animal to show you where these leaks are happening now. Good. Now, ask your energy, your guides, and your spirit animal to show you why these leaks are happening now that you are aware of them. Inhaling and exhaling. And if you are having trouble seeing the vision, say to yourself, I see the vision and I increase it, making it even stronger. Allowing the vision to rise up from your body and your energy field and project out through your mind's eye like a movie. Allow yourself to watch this movie, releasing any judgments towards yourself or others for why this situation is causing a leak. And really hearing and receiving the message of what this leak has to share with you. Good. Keep breathing. Your breath connects you with life, bringing more energy, allowing you to truly see this vision. Very good. And keep breathing, inhaling, sending fresh oxygen into your lower lungs, recalibrating the energy throughout your whole body. And invite in the spirit of the bird, the eye of Horus, and the elementals. Elementals restore and repair the body, restore and repair the mind. Eye of Horus Create grounded visions in the eye of the mind to see accurately and clearly with truth as the guiding factor. Invite the spirit of the bird to lift you out of any behaviors of heaviness or false ego patterning, allowing you to break free from any chains of your past, either from this life or from any other lives you've lived, allowing you to release pent-up karma that is causing disharmony and discord. And as this releases, a flood of gorgeous rainbow light is sent into these spaces, bringing illumination, harmony, assurance, prosperity, and reliability into these spaces that were previously held in a state of darkness. And as the light increases in these spaces and the darkness dissipates, envision the gorgeous, warm orange energy from the orange essential oil flooding into your body. Envision the neem soaking up any residue. Envision the magnesium flooding yourselves with power, calming your nervous system. And envision the eucalyptus sending your entire energetic system into a state of ease. As your body recalibrates and your energetic vibration is lifted, you will now naturally attract things that bring out your light and that match your light. Allow this gorgeous rainbow energy to glow with a beautiful, beautiful, vibrant yellow. Yellow like the sun, increasing your self-confidence. Surging your body with gorgeous yellow electricity. Filling your brain, filling your body. Filling your muscles, lining your skin, and activating a radiant glow. As you inhale, envision the neem soaking anything out of your body that is no longer positively serving you, and begin to wake up. Wake up, spirit. Wake up. And as you begin to allow yourself to wake up emotionally, energetically, spiritually, and physically, allow yourself to see a vision of what it is you need to be aware of. Take this message into your heart and allow it to float up into your mind and rest on top of your head like a glowing, vibrant crown. You are beautiful. You are aware. You are powerful. You are successful. And you are more than any limitation you could ever put upon yourself. Write down any insights that have come to you during this meditation. You can do a voice note of it as well. Whatever works for you. Come back to this in 1 week's time and listen to your voice memo or read the note of the insights. Allow this to make sense to you now. And so it is. This is Diya SenGupta from LoveTheAlchemist.com. I love you guys. Thank you for joining me. Hit like, hit share, hit subscribe, and follow me on Instagram for inspirational content that comes out daily. I love comments. I love to hear about what you're looking for. So do not be a stranger. I love you guys.